Menu narration option is set to off.
Welcome to Amherst, Massachusetts, and McGirt Alumni Stadium, home to the Minutemen of UMass, just a stone's throw away from where the heart of the American Revolution was fought, and we are anxious to see a fight on the gridiron in this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the UMass Minutemen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the UMass Minutemen head out on offense, and they'll take control first. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all, Paul.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are watching back at home because of this guy right here.
To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Phommachanh. The throw to the outside is complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man quickly. At the 45 on his way. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get him to the 33-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on second and 4. The play action fake. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollack played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. You've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Georgia's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Just feeds the running back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Georgia going up tempo. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. To the ground with the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Dances away to buy time. Wide open downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Got it in the middle. It's Hester. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UMass. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Dogs.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by 7 over Charlotte. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Across the 45. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes so that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. From the 22 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Now they're going to throw it. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to...
And he is going down here, but we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
Splits the uprights. It's good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab on the right. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Looking for a crease. It's Etienne. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air. It's Beck. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Leaves it with the back. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And that's good enough for 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The UMass offense returns to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. UMass will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the returner will be brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air. It's back. Throws for the tight end. Working that left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Georgia going up tempo. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
28, UMass 13.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half. They'll have a chance to make this a one possession. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The hand to the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just...
And he's running in the open at the 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
That's a first down for the offense.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
In the end zone.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring. So they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 92, set to kick off.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The UMass offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going to try to get it himself. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Tight end finds a soft spot. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Back to throw, it's Pumachan. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Splits the uprights. Good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. One more snap coming before halftime. Going up top on 1st down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. 2nd half just about to get started, and UMass will kick it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
On the ground, it's Etienne. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
They'll go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll work his way down to the 28. Georgia comes quickly to the line. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss it.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Leaves it with the running back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Coming after it. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You can tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have
afterburners coming. The 20, the 10, and he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Minuteman. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage. Defenses are going to have to get something, take it out.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just trucks through it. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Takes the handoff. It's Robinson. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They're getting this guy lathered up. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. They'll try the run. Tackle is made after the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Dogs look to keep this drive humming. The give to the tailback. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. Just buried it. Stopped just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. The give to the back. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. But right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down. Georgia going up tempo. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
42, UMass. 23. Return run down.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body, and that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Single back formation, and they give it to him. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Using his legs, it's Robinson. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Bulldogs headed quickly to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. They want to power it in on the ground on third and goal. Touchdown, Georgia! And the pummeling has started. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The UMass offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Looking for a man. It's Pumachan. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. UMass will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Dances away again. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. The give to the single back. Just ran over it. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Jackrabbit.
They'll ride the hot hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. On 1st down, here comes this offense.
Here we go.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Pumachan. Pressure coming. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Steamrolls his way ahead. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Running to the left. Just steamrolling the defense. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's taking the shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Gonna take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Georgia.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for this offense.
Yankee Blue.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air, it's Phommachanh. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer. You want to talk about big-time throws. This dude has a missile launcher attached to his shoulder.
And he fired that missile in the perfect area.